Hi and welcome everyone to the introduction video about our latest module, which is called the Alerting Module. This video isn't about the configuration. This video should just give you an overview about the available functionalities in our new module. After we have enabled the Alerting Module on your system, you will find the Alert menu on the left side. If you click on it, you will get a list of current available alerts. You will get also a list of alert rules, and you will also get a view about your notification message configurations. Let's start with the alert rules. Here you can see that I already configured different alert rules. An alert rule could be a time series alert or could also be a device status alert. The time series alert is based on our monitoring system, which collects data and stores it in our time series database. You can use all queries, also vary on the same of each dashboard panels in the alert rule configuration. Here we have a query, which gives you the signal noise ratio of your configured templates in the monitoring system. And I'm going to take a view in the settings of the alert rule. You also will find those queries, and you can use also expressions that you say, okay, if the signal noise ratio is, for example, under 22, the alert is going to be in the status alerting or is going back to the status closed. In our online documentation, you will get the complete description how those rules can get configured, how you can define evaluation limits, and so on and so forth. Different to the time series alerts, we do have device status alerts. I think the alert title already describes what it should be. So you can get notified if device is going to the status offline or going back to the status online. We found out that it doesn't really make sense that you get notified about each status change if device is getting online or offline, so you would get tons of notifications. So therefore we made different type of binding elements for each alert rule. A binding element could be, for example, a device group, an infrastructure, or infrastructure network. Very easily to explain is the device group binding element. So you can say, or you can use our groups functionality. In the groups functionalities, you can define flexible filter rules. Here you see a group of DOCSIS, so where the access technology contains the term DOCSIS. Therefore, you will get around, in this example, a bit more than 1,000 CPEs. And you can use this group. You can bind an alert rule to this group and say, please evaluate each device in this alert group. Or you could create a group for each street, but at the end you have to define manually for each group filters and so on and so forth. And therefore we said, okay, why shouldn't we use our infrastructure network functionalities? This functionality, as maybe you know already, generates automatically or could automatically generate a tree structure for each city, for each street, for each object, and you can use this data structure for the generation of alert groups. So going back to the alert rule, this alert rule is binded to an infrastructure network of address topology, as we already saw. The address topology was a generation of automatically generation for each city, for each object, for each street, and binds at the end the device in the object and in this node. And alert group is afterward automatically generated for each street here in this example. And then you can also say, okay, please just do alert if more than the half of the CPs was going to the status offline or online. Let's see a bigger street here. We have, for example, about 190 devices in the street. Only 14 are offline. Here you see only 7% are offline, and therefore we are not interested in a notification. Maybe you know what I mean. You can define an automatically generated structure and say, please generate alert groups for each infrastructure node. And then you get notifications about collections of alerts. This gives you much more functionality possibilities, and this is the way mostly which is used in the alert rule configuration. Also, alert rule configuration could be the generation or infrastructure network of upstream S and R signal noise ratio values, where our system automatically detects which devices are connected on which interface. Here we have in the infrastructure network let's take a look in this very small interface. Our system detects automatically the interface itself and what CPE is connected behind which interface. So we have a group of available upstream interfaces, and then we can bind an alert rule to those upstream interfaces, and then automatically for each upstream interface, the signal noise ratio is evaluated on this interface. So at the end, the configuration is very easily to use for automatically generated elements. So therefore, there is this binding element. You will get a very deep description how this looks like in our documentation. Yeah. And the next step would be that what is the way how you can get notified through the system. And therefore we have the menu point notifications, and you will find afterwards two tabs, the policies and the channels. The policy itself should be more or less a filter. So we have the alert group that's going to get the status alert, and then we have the notification policy, and the policy should say, okay, do the notification on a specific message channel or not. So at the end, in this example, I'm interested at every status, alerting status, no data, closed, and so on, and send those information through the message channel alerting at easysol.com to the user at the end, to me, or to, in this policy, to two other users, or also through Telegram. So we have the possibility to define different kind of message channels. Until yet, we have two kinds. One is the email, and the other one is the Telegram. Also, this is documented how you can create a Telegram message channel, what should be done, how you can use the bot further, how you can set up the email notifications. Very easy to use at the end. So at the end, you will get notifications about your alert rules, about your alerts. Here in this example, it's a mail notification where you get the notification where the upstream signal noise ratio isn't or is in your threshold, and so on and so forth. So thank you for your time, for your interest. As already mentioned, we will have some other videos where we are going to take a deep view in the configurations, where we describe it much more in detail, how you can set up your alert rules, how you can use it, or how you can set up the notification policies and notification message channels. But feel free to contact me or me and my team and do some questions. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the usage with EasyProvisioning.